What's up, AfterBuzz? I have the absolute honor and privilege. Not every day you get to interview a WWE Hall of Famer, let alone one of the greatest managers of all time. But I am standing here with the mouth of the South. I got to say that right if I'm in great presence. Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. How are you, sir?
Hey, it's hard for me to say it sometimes. It's awful hard. But you know what? I love the shirt.
Oh, thank you.
If I had the Honky Tonk Man with me right now, it'd be me and you and the Honky Tonk Man. What a team. You've been a great tag team for me.
Oh, my God. I forget Valentine. I want to be in rhythm and blues.
You know what? We can make that work.
Yes.
We can make that work. If we ever got back together again. You know, it's hard to kill a memory.
It's true. It's true. Let me ask, with memories, because you managed like 1,000 different guys. You managed quite a few. Which one was, how should I say it? Maybe like the laziest, kind of the one that you really had to pull along.
Well, you know what? Everybody was kind of different. You know, I love Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
He was a little slow getting up, a little slow getting in the ring, but once he got in the ring, he was unbelievable.
Yes.
Honky Tonk Man, you know, he was a little different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was a little cool, cocky, and bad. Hulk Hogan, of course, Hulkster.
Yep.
You know, I have to give him that little morning wake-up call, and he has to have his little 5-hour energy drink.
When he picks up the phone, does he say, like, early in the morning, like, why are you waking me up, brother? Does he say that?
No, he called and go, Jimmy, thank you, brother. I'm up. That's what he always says that. But everybody was different. Everybody was so special, though. But all of them were so great in the ring. You know, I've been blessed to manage these guys.
Mm-hmm. Where did the idea of the megaphone come from? When did that begin?
Vince McMahon. When I was in Memphis, I used to carry a cane, but Mr. Fuji had the cane up in New York,
yes.
right? So I wasn't going to go up in the territory up there with a cane. So what happened, Vince came back from Japan one time and came in there and said, hey, this is going to be yours. And I went, wow. And he gave me the megaphone, and he let me paint it, fix it up, do anything I wanted to with it. But it's been a great part of my Jimmy Hart persona through all these years. It's been awesome.
How many megaphones do you own?
Woo, I've still got about 15 or 20 left, but a lot of them we gave to Sue up at the WWE headquarters that she could give to charity too and raise money for auctions
very nice.
and stuff. Yeah,
very nice. Now, you recently had a very interesting adventure, which we talked about on AfterBuzz TV, and of course I'm talking about Legends House.
Oh, great. It was so much fun doing that, and I tell everybody, I just say, you know, WrestleMania 1, awesome, because if it hadn't been successful, we wouldn't be here now.
Right.
WrestleMania in Detroit, 93,000 people. What a great experience. The Hall of Fame ring in 2005. Oh, my gosh. But being part of the Legends House was tremendous. It was something I'll never forget. It was just great.
Let me get your opinion on kind of like the reunion episode where everyone was in the ring. At the end of it, Hillbilly Jim mentioned that he was the only one in that Legends House that is not in the Hall of Fame. In your opinion, does Hillbilly Jim deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
What I'd like to see, I'd love to see everybody that was from WrestleMania 1, 2, 3, everybody kind of get into the Hall of Fame because, you know, you can't just have one match.
Sure.
You've got to have a card. And a lot of guys are unsung heroes. People always ask me, who is the best wrestler? Who is the best? You know, it takes two to tango. You know what I mean? Yeah. And some of the guys like Steve Lombardi and the Brooklyn Brawler, well, who was the Brooklyn Brawler, and people like that are so good because on any given night, they would, and Barry Horowitz, any given night, they would have to go and get in the ring with somebody and make them look good. The next night be in a tag match to make them look good. And those guys should be in there. It's just so many people who aren't in that should be. What I wish they would do, I wish there would be 3 segments to the Hall of Fame. I wish each time they could put somebody from ECW in, since we own the tapes anyhow. Sure. Somebody from WCW, like Sting. If Sting goes in the Hall of Fame, he should be part of WCW because he was never part of WWE.
I got you.
You know, and then have, of course, your WWE guys that are in there. But I think that would make it kind of unique because I think what Paul Heyman did for ECW was tremendous, you know.
Yeah. As a manager, how would you rank Paul Heyman as far as looking? A lot of people are making the argument that he might even be surpassing Bobby Heenan as arguably, you know, like kind of the greatest manager of all time. Where do you see Paul Heyman as far as on the ranks?
Well, I love both of those. You know, that to me is not any ranks to me. I mean, people are going to put. I like the people put who they want to be number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, or whatever. Because in your mind, that's always going to be that way.
Sure.
It's like the Hall of Fame, football, or baseball, or basketball. But I think what Heyman does is tremendous. I think what he did with ECW, taking guys that were short, skinny, fat, bald, blonde, redheads, you know, and doing the things with them that he did to create stars out of them was tremendous. Bobby Heenan, ex-wrestler turned manager. What Bobby did for this business, unbelievable. And I'm just happy to be mentioned in the name of him and Jimmy Cornette and Mr. Fuji and Fred Blassie and Lou Albano and all those great managers. So to be anywhere in the mix, I'm happy with.
If you were to pick one guy today in the WWE for you to guide to the top, who would you choose?
Well, there's so many good ones out there. I tell you, I've always liked Ryback a little bit.
Oh, really?
I'd like to take him and color him up a little bit.
You would be a great fit with Ryback.
Well, I'd like to take him, and I think he's got a lot of stuff that somebody's missing.
Mm-hmm.
I think to make him colorful, number one, would be great. To let him talk, open up with a little fire to get him excited, then let him go from there and then end it off,
Mm-hmm.
And not so long interviews, just enough to give people that touch of it. I think that would be so awesome, and get him some really good. His music's great already, but put another little theme song with him and just repackage him. I think he's got some money in him.
Awesome. Now with the kind of like the young aspiring managers, around, say, the independent scene. Like me personally, I've been working in the independent scene for about 9 years as a commentator and a manager. What type of advice would you give? Because obviously we get advice a lot of time for aspiring wrestlers, but on the other end, the managers or the announcers, people who make a living with a microphone or a megaphone. What type of advice would you give them to hope that they can use to get noticed, to get to the next level?
Don't give up. Come every day and enjoy what you're doing, love what you're doing, and whatever the promoter wants you to do, go along with.
Yeah.
Just make it better. If the promoter says, I want you to do this, don't get in the back room and go, are you kidding me? Hey, is he? Oh my! You got to get in the back and say, you know what? If that's what he wants, I'm going to give it to him, but I'm going to give it to him better than he's ever had it before. Be colorful. I tell you what really always saved me. When they wanted somebody to be tarred and feathered, I went, I'll do it. When they want somebody to wear the chicken outfit, here I am. Because I don't care what you do on any kind of show. Those things like that stand out more than anything with the people, and that's what helps get you over. Be colorful like you are today. I love the outfit.
Thank you. I wear things like this.
Yeah, that's what it's about. It's about being visual, and it's about thinking about your little interviews before you do them sometimes, and say what's going to bore the people to death or what's going to be clever.
Absolutely.
And I think that really works. And then whoever you're with, make sure they're the stars. We're kind of the hood ornament on the Cadillac, but make sure they're the stars. Put them over.
Yes.
If you're wearing a jacket like this, if you take a bump off the apron, don't ever button it down, because when you take a bump, it doesn't go. But if you open it up, it flashes back that much more. So
Absolutely.
It's all good. All those little secrets.
I love it. I can sit here all day and find out these secrets from you.
And you can see a lot more for $9.99 a month on the network.
How much is it?
$9.99.
Well, I had no idea.
Well, that's
they've been keeping that very low key.
Well, of course they have, but for $9.99, matter of fact, I might get a T-shirt saying $9.99. But you can see, like you said, all the SummerSlam, of course, is over. You could watch SummerSlam, all the WrestleManias, upcoming, future, and the past, and so many great things. So it's great.
What match are you looking for the most this Sunday?
The Brock Lesnar Cena with Paul Heyman out there. I think that's going to be great. But I'm looking for Stephanie McMahon against Brie.
Yes.
I think that's going to be intriguing. And I love the whole card, really. The flag match.
Yeah, Miz was talking about that earlier. He's really excited for that one, too.
I want to see what they're going to do on the flag match. And of course, the Miz's match, I want to see if he can keep the old belts, see what's happening with it. Ziggler's pretty tough, so I'm looking for it. It's going to be a great night.
Awesome. And let me ask, because you've been around for many, many years. I've been watching wrestling since I was 3 years old. You do not look like you have changed at all. You look exactly the same. Like the hair is the same. Like what we saw on Legends House. You have some secret formula for your hair.
Paul Mitchell, freeze and shine, baby. You got to fix it just right. Put that freeze and shine on it. So Paul Mitchell, if you're listening, I am open for endorsements. No, but
you should do commercials for Paul Mitchell.
But what I should, I probably bought enough. I probably kept him in business. But it's just. I don't drink, no liquor, no drugs, my whole life. Everybody can do what they want to do, but that works for me. Every morning I have pomegranate juice, one banana, a few almonds, and a few sticks of celery.
And then your famous meal they talk about on Legends House.
Beans and potatoes, baby.
That's all you have.
Well, I eat that a lot, but I do eat pasta. But it's been great. But it's worked for me, so it's all been good.
Well, it's absolutely an honor to speak with you. Getting the insight of talking about for the aspiring managers, and I want you back out there. I want you back in someone's corner.
Well, I love you for saying it, but who knows what the future might hold. But right now I'm traveling with the old Hulkster, and whoo, that's a big enough job for me right there. We're all over the place, but he's great. We've been here for over 30 years. We've been friends.
Yeah.
And so we're still living the dream.
What was that birthday celebration like? You were in a ring with all those legends.
You know what? going to the ring with Mean Gene, and here comes Piper and Orndorff and Nash and Hall and Ric Flair, and then Cena comes in the ring, and Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman. It's a dream come true. I mean, there we all are together, and it's just that'll be there forever.
Yeah.
You know, so it's great. For $9.99 too. Don't forget that.
Wait, how much? One more time?
$9.99, baby.
Oh,
$9.99.
You are the greatest salesman ever.
Oh, I wish. But truthfully, you know, SummerSlam is going to be great. So I hope you're going to check it out.
Well, I will be there, and hopefully, you know, one day we'll get to say we would love to get you in the studio one day, and we can just talk for as long as you want.
Get a hold of WWE, and I'm in there. But
Awesome.
I love the shirts; they look great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you.